guys, Major Colton here, and today I'm going to be showing you the close range sniper, or as some know it, the infamous pop shot. For those of you who are not familiar with this kind of playstyle, basically you just stack on as much lock-on performance as you can and lock computation from dual subcomputers, and you basically pop out of cover and fire, go back into cover while you're reloading, and just repeat that over and over again, never giving your enemy a chance to shoot back at you. But the only downside of that is you are very close range, and they can put a really big hurting on your AC since you have very low armor and very, well, just low everything. AP even, like, this doesn't have much AP, almost no armor. So, but it does have speed, and that's where you make up for it. Even if you don't have cover, you still have speed, as well as infinite power while in scan mode, as you'll see in a second. But let's get to it. Okay, let's just start with the body parts. For the head, you want to use the Image Model 1, or the Beowulf, as it was called in Armored Core 5. And that's because it has an amazing amount of stability computation and overall stability added to your AC as a whole. As for the core, I say that's CB209 Haikyubo, and that's because, well, it has a good bit of CE armor on it to help deal with CE machine guns, since you'll be very close range. And the only reason I can see for using any of these other ones would be just the small fractional increase in high boosting speed and energy recovery, but in my opinion, for that loss of CE armor, it's not really worth it. And next, you want to use the Kocho Model 1 CE arms, because they are the highest firing stability out of all these dual shoulder unit arms. And, well, you need some CE armor on this thing. You need a little bit of meat on your bones. And for the legs, you want to use the Milwaukee Model 2s, because they have a good, they can hold a good bit. They're hellishly fast, good energy recovery, movement speed, and all that good stuff. As for the FCS, now that we're over here now, the FA215 Glance, and that's because it has the 16 lock-on size, a lock-on range of 200, and a whopping 170 lock-on computation, which is really all what this build needs, is just the best lock computation you can get. So really, this is the only FCS you can use for this. The generator, for once, I actually found a use for the Suzumushis, simply because since you're sniping and you just fire once and then you're reloading, you're in scan mode pretty much the entire time, except for the split second you come out to fire, then you go right back, and because of that, it amps up its output even more than it already does. And because of that, you have unlimited boosting while you are in scan mode. Just click the stick and you just glide forever, and then if you like, depending on how fast you click the X button, you can throw those into and chain them in. And that's when you use the BA309 Shinatsus, and these are high acceleration boosters. Okay, with using them, their boost power themselves is only 12,856, but their consumption is fairly low, and because of that, and you can look at my high boosting speed, even though I'm using these, it's still 385, so that boost power really doesn't matter, because it's really all about the high boost power right here is what we're really looking at, is the 36,024. Since the boost power, that's really just your latent, just like drifting around without really boosting, and the high boost power right here is really what matters. As you can see, none of these others have it much, and the only thing that comes close to getting over are these power boosters, which drain tremendous amounts of energy. And if you were to try and use those with the Suzumushi, you'd boost once and you'd completely just drain the thing. As for the Recon Unit, I chose the Oscillatori Model 1s this time for this build, simply because it's a happy medium between the 2's massive range and the 3's long operational time. Simply because it has 380, that's way more than your SCS is even going to be able to use, and has the 1,200 operational time. And so you'll be able to scan them, and you'll be able to do it at a fairly long range. As for the sniper rifles, you want to use the AM SRA 133s and have them all 3 spec to power. You want to use these because they have a good bit of damage still, while also having a lower lock-on time of 149, and that's very low compared to the others. And it also still has a fairly good muzzle velocity, 1,165. And since it has a 406 optimal range, you know you're going to make, and in tandem with the firing accuracy of 96, when you're close range, this thing's a done deal. You're going to hit them if you're locked on. And for the subcomputers, you're going to want to use the Mononofu Model 2s because they have the highest accelerated lock-on time. And if you have any teammates near you, the parallel proc range is 189, so that'll be a plus. It'll help them fire missiles faster and then lock on faster as well. As for your back weapons, first off, I say start with the shield. Really, you want to use the Amagoromo Model 2 shield, simply because you want this because people are going to be, right now a lot of people are running Kurosawas, and frankly this thing has no TE defense, and something like a Kurosawa would really be what they have to use, if not more other sniper rifles, to try and take you out if you're not if you're good with it. So those would be the easiest things that they would instinctively pull out against you. So you would want to use this shield, just pop it out. There you go. As long as they're not using a 4-shot Kurosawa, they're not going to be breaking through and doing any damage to you with this out. So just have that out and just keep firing away. And you want to have the heat machine gun, the AUV MO5 on, just in case they have KE shields. So you can pop this out, break it, and then get back to what you're doing. And since you'll have to have sustained fire, and if they don't have any laser rifles, I would say just go ahead and pop the TE shield out while you use this to break their KE shield. And your shield will probably get broken in the process, but you'll also break theirs. But you want to have this out because you don't have a lot of AP, you see. You only have 26,000. So speed is your friend, really, and you want to use this shield to just soak up a good 6,000 worth of AP damage that you really don't want to lose, and just use that when you're making your approach to break their KE shield, basically. That's all I can say. And pretty much, like I said, this build, you just pop out of cover, instant lock on, fire, go back into cover. Or just be incredibly fast. If you see like a tank or a heavy, just stay behind them, because you can just do that infinite glide boosting. Just stay in their blind spot and then just pop out, fire, go back in, and just be that guy pretty much. No, I don't know. If you like the build, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Leave comments below of any, if you want to get in touch with me and have me upgrade your build or make a build for you. And all in all, I'll see you in the next video.